The the squirrels have gotten into the peanuts. Good morning, everybody. And I'm so glad you're all here. And before I offer the meditation, I want to tell you something I'm kind of excited about, which is for the month of November, because it is about gratitude. We're going to marry gratitude and prosperity together, and all of our talks and power talks will be about this. But we're creating an opportunity for each one of you to be in a gratitude pod. So it's going to be groups of 4 people. You can call on your friends or outside people, but you can register. There is a small fee attached because we want to support the center. But and what will happen is you'll gather every week to count your blessings together and to be in spiritual practice together. So November, we want to heighten gratitude and really bring it alive. God, I can't wait for that month to happen. I have so much to say about gratitude. So, if you will, join me by getting fully present. And once again, I ask you to put your hands on your body, on your chest, on your heart. You can hug yourself. You could do this, whatever you want. But touch your body. Let your body know that you're listening by being present and by touching it. And right now, as we are in this quiet space, let something come to mind that is something that maybe has been sitting heavy on your heart. And bring a image or a thought of that thing to the front of your mind. And if it is a person, see what happens if you just enfold them into your heart without thinking too much about it. That's a simple type of forgiveness. If it's an event, once again, just look above it. Raise your sight. Look above the issue and free yourself from it. Because we who are free, we who are healed, we who are whole, we who remember our divine perfection, we are the peacemakers. We are the change agents. We are the ones that have our lineage become a healthier legacy. Let us be the one. And so take this into your day. And as a community, please repeat after me. I am the peace that I wish to see. I know this peace for my family. I know this peace for my community. My community knows this peace for the world. And so it is. Bless you.
And before we go to Edward, I do want to mention that the link for the gratitude pod is posted in the chat, so you can register to be part of that program there. Ty, do we have any music from you at this point, or do we go straight to Ed?
We can leave that up to you. Would you like more music?
Sure.
Well, then we have some.
Have we ever said no to that question?
No, I guess not.
History, never.
It's nothing but peace.
I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. Peace, deep calm, undisturbed. Deep calm, peace, deep calm, undisturbed. Deep calm. I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. There is nothing but peace.
Thank you for that, Ty. That was beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Today we're talking about self-forgiveness. What is self-forgiveness? It's forgiving yourself for self-judgment, self-condemnation, self-guilt, self-doubt. It's understanding and accepting that your vibration attracts things and situations to you, into your life, as a part of whatever you're manifesting, consciously or subconsciously. We're always creating, and it's a normal, automatic aspect of being a divine spiritual being. Self-forgiveness is forgiving yourself for any degree of energy or awareness or lack thereof that you may have given to a particular thing or situation that manifested the opposite of your God-given birthright of pleasure, joy, love, abundance, that manifested in your life no matter how it appears to have manifested. Self-forgiveness is the essential part to forgiveness. It is taking back your power from whatever negatively manifested for you. When we forgive ourselves, we release. When we forgive ourselves, we release ourselves from the tie that binds us to a particular thing or outcome that affected us negatively. Self-forgiveness is the ideal tool to freedom, where you choose to no longer be attached to a pain or trauma. Often it is a process that requires repeat practice, but we already know that the divine creator, the divine source, has already given us all we need to achieve what we need. Self-forgiveness establishes an end to a life lesson. But we know if we do not learn from our mistakes, we're bound to repeat them. Self-forgiveness is that key to freedom and to joy over any trauma or any hurt in our lives. I would like to briefly share an experience I had back at the end of August. It was horrible experience that I'm still recovering from. I didn't share it with anyone because I was hurt, I was embarrassed. I couldn't believe that I allowed it to happen. And I treated constantly on it. I withdrew from everyone for about a week. And basically I had an accident with my little guy, my little dog. I ended up having to put him down. he got into a tussle with my bigger dog and he got badly hurt. And boy, it was rough. As I sat there on the grass outside of my property in tears, I couldn't believe that this had just happened. And I treated and I treated and I asked the creator, how can I get through this? How? What can I do? I can't get rid of this dog. And right now I hate this dog for what it just did. And then it came to me. I heard the words, love them both. And I'm like, how am I going to love him through this? This is horrible. I did everything I could to prevent this from happening. And Spirit said, love them both. So then I had to go deeper into myself. How am I going to love them both through this? I withdrew from everybody and everything for about a week, trying to recover from this, trying to find my balance, and I just couldn't do it. Then it came, why didn't I call for treatment? Why didn't I ask anybody else for help? And this, that, and the other. And then I realized I had been in self-guilt for the whole situation. The first person that had came to mind was Marilyn, but I was like, how could I even call Marilyn? This is my fault. How could I have let this happen? Then I realized it was all about I. I had to let the I go. I had to step back and really acknowledge my guilt, my vibration, what I contributed, and that it was a mistake. And I had to love myself through it. Just as I had to learn to love both of them through it, I had to learn myself, love myself through it, and I had to practice the truest essence of self-forgiveness. And it still hurts. I'm still going through it. If I can see the tears coming down my eyes. But I know that it was just a mistake. And I forgive myself. And the pain is there. It's a repeat process. I will get past this. And the interesting part is me loving my bigger dog that I have now, loving him through this, and praying and treating, and seeing him looking for the little dog. And it reminded me, it showed me that he really didn't know what he was doing. He was just being a dog. And it was just something that happened. And if I had not forgiven myself deep enough, completely enough, admittedly and openly with the creator, with the source, what had happened, I would still be a complete wreck, and it would have affected me so negatively and carrying that weight on my soul. I would not be able to see the love and expect and enjoy the love aspect that I have now with all my four-legged family. So I just wanted to share that with you, how important self-forgiveness is. No matter the situation, you have to forgive yourself and take back your power and know that the Creator has already given us all we need. And I thank you.
Thank you, Edward. We go to Tony. You are muted, yes.
Sorry. Edward, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Our ability to forgive ourselves goes back to and is informed by our relationship with our higher power and ourselves. What we believe about our higher power, what we believe about ourselves, what we know from our experience of our higher power. Reverend Michelle always says there's a place inside of us that has never been hurt or harmed. She says that in order to forgive someone, we have to find the innocence. We have to recognize the innocence, that we're all innocent. I don't mind telling you I struggled with that. And I say it differently. I say that we have to know, we have to understand that the God essence is within each of us. It has to be, because God is all there is. And so that innocence for me is the God essence. And understanding that it is within each of us, no matter who we are or what we've done, is really an important aspect of forgiveness. The problem is, the dilemma is that we don't know it, that we are not always intimately familiar with our God essence. We haven't had the experience and figured out how to connect. The God essence is love, sweet, unconditional love. That's what we need to know. That's what we need to understand. That's what we want to have the ability to connect with, to experience. Unfortunately, though, right now we live in a society that is full of judgment and criticism and full of abuse, bullying, and all different kinds of violence and things going on. I'm not being negative, I'm just stating a fact. The side effect of misunderstood, misdirected religiosity that has been going on for centuries in our world is all of this crazy judgment and criticism and abuse that's going on. When we're harmed, love, compassion, forgiveness, kindness, that's not our first go-to. There is an imperceptible space between being endangered and us going into survival mode, almost like it doesn't exist. But if we can find that space, we can make a different choice. And so, because this is the way society operates, this is the way we've been trained, this is the thing, for want of a better word, I'm sorry, the experience that we live in, when we do something, we're wrong. We're just wrong. We feel shame. Hopefully we feel guilt. Not hopefully, we feel guilt. Hopefully we are in touch with our conscious, in touch with our awareness. When we make a mistake, our errors loom large. We go into self-judgment, we go into criticism because it's what we've learned, it's what we experience in our society. And when it's too painful, we go into denial. Whatever it is becomes unconscious. And very often, unconsciously, we find a way to punish ourselves. When we do something that we believe is wrong or bad, it becomes our focus and we stew in it. We have not learned that what we focus on grows. I'm going to say that again. We have not learned that what we focus on grows. We don't remember our good. We don't remember anything good that we've done. We don't remember that our essence is good. The divine essence within us is goodness. We think either good or bad, right or wrong. And if we do something wrong, we're bad. That's it. And life would be infinitely better if we learned who we really are as divine beings. If we learn to manage our inner workings, our tendencies, our habits, that crazy thinking, if we learn to manage our emotions and take control and consciously shift things. This is something we talk about all the time in this teaching. Look, I will be the first to admit I've been working on it for years and it is not always easy. It gets easier, but it is not always easy. Sometimes it is very hard. But we want to learn to live from our divinity, to understand and know that we are co-creators in our lives. So what we do as humans, we decide upon a goal, we set out, we work on it, we accomplish it or not, but hopefully most of the time we accomplish it, and sometimes we don't even know how. We look back and there's a blur between when we started and how we got to the finish line, and then we create another goal and we go after that goal. Our goals are isolated, they're linear, and in between the time of reaching our goals and moving to the next one, we are living with our judgments, our self criticism, wherever our level of self love is, our feeling wrong, feeling not enough, whatever it is. And in the midst of all that, we're striving to make our goals happen. We're striving, and then we have to do another one because we're not in a place of peace. We're not in a place where we know that everything is all right. And at the same time, life is happening, and we are dealing with things that are not of our own making. And so, what we do is we react and we respond to situations, to conditions, to things, and we do our best to fix them or correct them or avoid them. But then, when we make a mistake, when we do something that we wish we had done differently, instead of living from the place of innocence, from the place of the God essence, from the place of love and kindness and forgiveness, instead of focusing our minds, our time, our attention, our energy on the good stuff, on the positive stuff, on the things that bring us joy, that bring us peace, that encourage us, that bring us freedom, and that excitement, that life is good, instead of doing that, we somehow as human beings seem to only see the bad, to focus on the bad, not recognizing that we're creating more of that. And in not managing our spirits and not managing our lives, we catch glimpses of that God spark. We catch glimpses of the goodness. Sometimes we wake up feeling good and we don't even know why. We're just like, oh, I feel good today. Don't know why, don't know what happened, but okay, I'm going with it. And then sometimes we do our spiritual practices. We meditate. We go for a long walk in the park or along the beach, or we hang out with people that really make us feel good. And so we happen to reach that place of inner calm, of quiet, of inner peace. But we want to know, we want to understand that we are not our mistakes. We are not our horrors. We are not our wrongdoings. When we judge and criticize and make things wrong, we put each other in a box. We put ourselves in a hole, in confinement, and we are disempowered. We're cut off from source, separate. And where can we go from there? There is so much more to us. I take no credit for that statement. That is a Reverend Michelle Watley statement. And when I first heard her say it, it landed on me so powerfully. I'm so grateful for it. There is so much more to us because we are made in the image and likeness of God. To understand what that means and to live from that place, to learn how those qualities live and unfold in us, is a glorious and fulfilling experience. It is a journey of self-love, self-acceptance. It's the embodiment of who we really are, of what we were created to be. It unfolds the awareness that we are worthy of forgiveness, because we are divine expressions of spirit, God, love, source, the universe, whatever you call your higher power. We are divine expressions of that. You know, I love the idea, the wave to the ocean. It is within us totally and completely, and we are a part of it. So we are so much more than our errors, our mistakes, so much more than our flaws. We are so worthy of allowing ourselves to make mistakes. And let me acknowledge here, there are some things that are going on, some things we have done, some things that we have experienced that we would classify as absolutely horrible. So I want to fully acknowledge that. And within the full acknowledgement of that state, we are divine expressions of spirit. We are worthy of forgiveness. When we only identify with our errors and our mistakes, excuse me, we're denying spirit. We're denying creativity. We're denying possibility. We are denying the presence of God within us. We're denying that love, that deep, unconditional love that only the divine presence is. I apologize. If the divine is unconditional love, then in reality, there's no need for punishment. There's no need for unforgiveness. If God is unconditional love, why are we not forgiving ourselves? Why are we focusing on the negative instead of the positive, instead of the love? Excuse me. Now, some people may say, well, if there's no punishment, then we don't have to do good. What's the need for good? Because we can get away with whatever it is we want to do, no matter how bad or horrible it is. But we are made in the image and likeness of the divine. We know when we have strayed from love. When we make mistakes, when we do things that we criticize and judge as wrong, we have strayed from love. We have strayed from the understanding and awareness of spirit, of the divine, of the truth. And when we stray from love and go into what we call separation, that is a path that does not lead us to a good place. So we want our focus to be on the presence, our focus to be on the presence within us. We want our focus to be on everything that is good and wonderful, and understanding that the divine expresses through us and it's available to us every moment. So no matter what we do, we can go back to our awareness of the presence. We can go back to our awareness of love and live from that place. I have a quote I want to share with you in closing. I don't know who this is by. A friend of mine says it. I know that he got it from a minister in DC. I apologize. I don't know who it is. This is something that isn't new to you. It's not something that's going to be unfamiliar, but it's so powerful and such a great reminder. God is in me. God is with me. God is through me. God is for me. Where God is, there can be no imperfection. And therefore, we are worthy of forgiving ourselves. We are worthy of receiving love. We are worthy of being love, of expressing and experiencing love. We are worthy of moving forward regardless of what we do, free. Let's take this into treatment. So what I affirm for each one of us here is that this divine creative intelligence, this essence, this energy, this life that I call God, that I call spirit, that I call creator, this oneness that is all powerful, all knowing, and everywhere, evenly present, this that is light and love and peace and beauty, harmony, wholeness. This expresses in and through and as each one of us. It creates each one of us uniquely and individually in its own image and likeness. It sustains and maintains each one of us. It is continuously, infinitely expressing as everything that is wonderful and positive and healthy and wholesome and good. And so what I affirm and declare for each one of us is that this divine essence expresses in and through and as each one of us as love. And this love guides us, inspires us, informs us so that we have a clearer, and an even more clear understanding of the truth of who we are, allowing us the ability to live from that place, allowing us the ability to move in the world in a way that magnifies the qualities and attributes that are God, to live in the world in a way that allows us to share this knowing, that allows us to love freely and easily, without harm, without danger, without any problems, that allows us to express this energy, and in expressing the energy of love, attract greater love, attract greater kindness, attract greater awareness that allows us to be the divine expression of God. This is why we are here. This is our purpose here. And so what I affirm with this word is that anything that might have been in the way of this understanding of our ability to live as love is erased, dissolved, neutralized, shifted, righted, changed, just gone. And it is replaced with the clarity and understanding that God is all there is. God is love. God is expressing in and through and as each one of us. And I clearly know, each one of us clearly knows how we unfold that and accept it, allow it, and receive it. I am so grateful. And so I simply release this word into the law, knowing that it is done. It is the truth. It is, and it is God that makes it so. Please close with me. And so it is.